I like to simplify a review to two questions. What does the product try to accomplish, and does the product accomplish that goal? The TRACT TORIC Ultra HD 34mm touts itself as an ELR precision rifle optic with class-leading glass and precision tracking. At first glance, it certainly appears to play the part, with bold exposed turrets and large, easy-to-read numbers. It is set up in the traditional long-range scope format. Parallax and illumination on the left, elevation on top, and exposed windage on the right. These turrets have a locking cap that glides up and down as if they belong in a luxury car. The elevation turret is a textile masterpiece. The exterior finely machined and coated, the adjustment clicks are a perfect snap at each 1/10 of a mil it adjusts with a slight click. Not an announcement, but a quiet reminder each time it has changed its position. Internally, they have hidden the zero stop, which is a very simple to understand and easy to adjust feature. It feels like hitting a wall when it's engaged and can easily be set a few clicks low of zero for those range trips to new locations. TRACT has the feel to a science. These are by far my favorite feeling turrets on any scope I have used. They are my standard of what an adjustment should feel like. This is true for both elevation and windage. TRACT has done a great job with the consistency between the two. The parallax adjusts with a smooth transition throughout its range. A very similar feel on the magnification ring and a very smooth glide while being precise start and stop. No springback or built-up pressure to move. Just repeatable, predictable adjustments. There's a fast focus adjustment on the rear to help sharpen the image for your prescription. An important tool to get the most out of the Toric to appreciate the crisp edge-to-edge clarity and full color spectrum. Chromatic aberrations are essentially gone, and even while looking for them, hard to see any imperfection. While looking through the scope, you will find that the depth of field is very shallow, meaning that it has a very precise focus that brings targets into great clarity. The parallax is a must-use item when changing target distances, although TRACT has done a great job of getting the numbers on the adjustment ring to perfectly represent which distance is in focus. This scope will show one of the best images I've witnessed through any optic and is absolutely among the top tier manufacturers for clarity throughout the magnification range. The reticle of the TRACT I tested was the advanced MRAD ELR mill reticle, which has a Christmas tree style holdover and windage that extends throughout the magnification range, meaning at 4.5 power, there are still marked holdovers and wind holds at the bottom edge, making the entire lower half of the scope useful for any amount of holdover. The marked holds are an excellent design with 2/10 marks on the top of the horizontal cross and half mils marked beneath. The center of the reticle is a floating dot, which I have become a fan of for shooting small, precise groups at any range and getting the exact point of aim without covering the target that lies behind the reticle. Even at 30x, the reticle is not obtrusive, which is a fine line of visibility at low magnification and not too thick of lines at max magnification. I believe TRACT errors on the side of don't make the reticle too thick, which is great for most long-range precision shooting, but the markings of holdovers do get tough to read once the magnification is set at 4.5 power. Among the multiple range trips with the optic, I have found the reticle and turrets to adjust perfectly to measured holds. I had the scope zeroed in 2 shots and was able to measure any wind corrections with ease to get rounds on target. While I tested the TRACT, I had plenty of opportunity to test wind holds. I had a full mill wind hold at 520 yards, shooting a 7 SAUM with a BC of 713 and a velocity of 2975. The largest wind correction was for 1,360 yards, where I had to hold 3.5 mils to get a centered hit in 30+ mile-an-hour winds. On a follow-up trip to make a tracking test video, I was holding 3/10 wind to keep me on target at 700 in 5 to 8 mile-an-hour winds. The advanced MRAD ELR reticle made it easy to hold corrections and make calls for corrections, an important feature while shooting and spotting alone. While shooting the rifle equipped with this optic, I shot my personal best groupings with the rifle of .4 MOA and have since followed that up with .2 MOA on a new 6mm Creedmoor project. After my experience, I am left with the same question. Does this product accomplish the goal? I believe it hammers that goal like a 7-SAUM hits steel at 500 yards. With authority. The TRACT optics have become a benchmark I use to compare other brands against. If they can come close or to the performance of the TRACT, I am very happy. I have yet to find an optic that exceeds TRACT's performance. I own the 30mm, and my only one complaint was available adjustment from zero being fairly limited. The 34mm solves this issue with 25 mils available from zero on my SAUM, enough to get on target at 2,500 yards. These scopes to me are a physical representation of trust and reliability. Now comes the question for yourself. Does your optic accomplish the goal? If not, I have a perfect answer where to find one that will. The TRACT TORIC Ultra HD 4.5-30x56 34mm first focal plane MRAD ELR. Well, hey guys, I greatly appreciate you watching the video. Let me know what you think by either liking or disliking the video, dropping a comment, and voicing your opinion. Be sure to check out the link to TRACT Optics in the description. Thanks again for your time. We will see you guys in the next one.